Hey guys, we are DOLLA and welcome to our very first episode of Look!
Look at this.
And the topic that we're going to be talking about today is self-love.
Ooh, so what have we done, guys? We actually put out some questions on Instagram and we're going to be discussing those questions today.
So excited. Questions from you guys.
All right, let's get into it. So let's get into the questions, and we have the first question, an intro question from @KyraKiller. What is the definition of self-love? Maybe we can all kind of explain what that means to us.
Interesting question.
You want to start, our big sister?
Definition of self-love, is it?
Yes.
To me,
It can be simple. It doesn't have to be too
Okay,
complicated.
I think my definition of self-love is being happy with where I am at in life and how I look at myself and how I see myself as a person. And the only valid judgment is me. Like, I don't need that kind of validation or other people's opinion on myself. If I feel like I'm good enough, then yeah, that is my definition of self-love.
Okay, can we go by age? I want to go second because
Okay, go for it.
Okay.
Alamak, this is not fair.
So, my definition of self-love is basically that you have to put in effort and time to also treat yourself to things on a daily basis and make yourself happy, not just rely on others, and find things that you love to do by yourself and treat yourself.
Awesome.
Who's the second?
Okay, I'll go that. Self-love to me is like pretty much everything that they said combined, and more of like what makes you comfortable. Like when you think of like self-love, if you're doing something that makes you comfortable, that's self-love, I feel.
So you're not putting yourself in a situation where you feel like,
like frustrated.
at risk,
Yeah.
or anything like that.
Like, because when you have to do things, you kind of have to like go out of your comfort zone to do things, right? But there are times where you need to give yourself like some love and some time for
break.
yourself. Yeah, like a break. So yeah, that to me is like self-love.
Okay. Magni?
Magni thinks self-love is prioritizing your own feelings. Yeah,
Oh,
Period.
that's cute. That's cute. Simple.
simple and short.
Okay, should we move on to the next one?
Yes, let's do it.
Okay, so from @row your boat.
Row.
Okay. Macam mana untuk tidak insecure? So how can we avoid being insecure about ourselves?
Let me think about that.
Do you guys ever get insecure?
Of course. I mean, I think you gotta be
course,
realistic.
to a
Humans get
certain
insecure.
extent.
I don't know. You guys are like perfect. You know, you look at this.
Oh, don't flirt with this. Don't flirt with this. This is not the time.
No, I feel like so far, I'm not gonna say everybody has insecurities, but so far of my friends and the people that I've met in my life has some insecurities to a certain extent, but it just depends on the person, like how intense is your insecurity. But for me, what was the question?
How do you avoid being insecure?
How do I avoid being insecure?
I guess on a
Honestly,
self-love basis.
on a self-love basis, I think the most important thing is for you to focus on yourself and your own growth. Try, I know it's very hard and difficult when it comes to trying to compare yourself with people, especially in the times of social media and whatnot, but just remind yourself that social media is not everything, and things happen in real life. You are a real person, you have real emotions and whatnot. So just try to work on yourself, don't really think about other people.
Don't compare yourself lah. Basically, don't compare yourself with other people because each individual have their own pace, So
And also know that you also have something very, very valuable about yourself. You might not know it or you might not realize it, but deep down inside, we know that you know your value.
Yes, everyone has something unique about themselves and special about themselves that you can't compare that stuff to other people.
true.
Preach, sister!
Because you know what? On social media, everyone looks perfect. You're putting out the best side of yourself, especially these days on TikTok, on Instagram, and all this kind of stuff. So it's easy to fall into that hole of like, but why don't I look like that?
Yeah.
Why don't I dress like that or whatever? But in reality, we're all kind of special in our own way.
That's true. How about you?
How to not feel insecure?
She's an angel, so she doesn't.
I
feel-
think I think it's normal that we all feel insecure, but it's like on days where I feel like super insecure, right? I just like shut down everything. Like I distance myself away from my phone, from the internet, from anything that would make me feel insecure, or from people even. You know, sometimes people will say things to you that they don't intend to make you feel insecure, but you might feel insecure. So I would just like don't talk to anyone and just
Don't talk to me.
self-love, you know, like just in my own time, in my own zone, and then when I'm ready to face the world, then I'll be back.
Yeah, sometimes being alone is good.
Yeah.
That's true. I think we can all relate here as fellow introverts.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all introverts.
Next question. But there's also another question that's related to this question. It's A.Dina asks, body insecurities and ways to overcome it.
Wow. Have you guys ever gone through any kind of body insecurities in your life?
Of course.
Yeah, of course.
I think probably all of us are still going through that.
Yeah, I'm still going.
Why don't you guys like tell a bit about like when that happened and what actually happened to your body and you know something
What
that
actually
maybe-
happened to my body?
Yeah, I mean, or which part of your body or whatever that's relatable to our viewers.
I've said this before, so I want someone else to go. It's in another video.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
What is a different video? I have to see.
Okay, fine. I'll start then.
Okay.
So it is my double eyelids, everyone.
Oh,
It's so
yeah.
annoying. It's so annoying. To
Okay,
this day.
okay. I understand.
But
it's the Asian thing.
Sue got me.
Yeah, she's
So
got you.
basically, if you guys didn't watch that previous video, I think she mentioned that her eyelids were not even.
You can't see it now because Sue's done her magic. But
Yes, it looks amazing. But
Yeah.
honestly, it's not that obvious. But of
to
course,
her.
to us.
To
But that's the
me?
thing. That's the thing about body insecurities, right? Only you feel
Yeah, yeah,
unsatisfied
yeah.
with that something. But actually, in actual fact, like people don't actually really nitpick.
Yeah, but I tried
your
to live
body
with
like
it.
that.
Like, you know, there comes a time where I'm just like, you know what, maybe I should just deal
Just
with
accept it, you know.
But, you know,
But that-
eyeliner just don't look the same.
The eyeliner just ain't even. You
so
know?
annoying.
It's okay. How about you? How about you guys?
How about you?
For me, it would be my height. Yeah. Because I know it's a bless for like some people. They say like, oh my God, you're blessed with height. But because I'm tall, right, sometimes I look like bigger in camera. So I think that is like my insecurity on my
I think
body.
it's because we're just short.
Yeah, I was about to say that. I
Actually,
think
it's
she
just
only.
the other way
I
around.
think it kind of like enhanced her insecurity about her height because she's with us.
Yeah. And
We're
Yeah.
much shorter than
So
her.
if it's like, if it's not for us, I think she will feel very confident about her height because like having height is a good thing. I feel like.
Yes, she looks like a supermodel.
Yeah, I honestly feel like having height
if
is a good
she modeled, come on.
Yes.
Stop it, stop
Stunning.
it, stop it, stop it.
thing. You?
Me, I think for me, my biggest insecurity or the time that I went through like my biggest body insecurity moment was when I first started college. I went through this phase called the freshman 15. So what happens?
freshman
Yeah,
15?
freshman
Yeah,
15.
Like, were you 15?
No, what happens is the first year of college, so this happened when I was studying abroad. So the first year of college, I stayed in a dorm, and beneath the dorm, there's like a cafeteria, ready food 24/7 or whatever. So whenever you're hungry, and of course as a student, you are staying up until 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning studying. So it's so easy for you to go down and ambil cereal and like take what?
Munch on
Yeah,
things,
munch on like freaking sandwich, cheese sandwich, and all these very fatty food. And that whole year, I gained probably like 5 to 6 kg, and it really showed up in my face and my body. So I was just like, damn. But you know, that's normal. Bodies fluctuate in
That's
weight
true.
and stuff.
Yeah.
How
And
old were you again?
I was 21.
Oh,
So
no wonder lah. I'm like
Yeah.
feeling like
yeah,
that.
and
Me
it's
too.
a very normal age for your body to like fluctuate in weight, honestly, because you're young, your hormones, your metabolism. How about you?
Wait, but how did you overcome that?
How
Like,
did I
you-
overcome it?
How did you like get rid
For
of
me,
your
if
fat?
I wasn't happy, I mean, clearly at that time I was not like in love with how I looked like at the time. So I mean, I did something about it. I went to the gym. Maybe I cut down on carbs. To maybe when I got to a weight that I was happier with. But there's no need to beat yourself for it because
think it's
it's
important-
very temporary.
I think it's important
honestly.
you find like a healthy way to deal with it.
Yeah.
Like finding motivation in the insecurity rather than, you know, going a toxic way of like maybe dieting too hard or going unhealthy with it, you know?
Okay. Okay. Answer yours.
Yes,
Okay,
I'm
so
gonna
for
have a
me, I
sidetrack.
think you guys know about this. So like my legs, right? I would always get bruised up easily.
That's true.
for no reason. And I used to, back in like, I think like middle school or something, I used to like go to the police pula. Not report police.
Trauma. Sorry, it's in our heads. Excuse us.
Not police.
Not the police.
No, I used to go to the hospital a lot, and I would always get blood tested every week or so because I want to find out the reason for this. Yeah, but then I went to a lot of different doctors as well, and no doctors could tell me why. But this one doctor, she was like, "Oh, I suspect it might be lupus." Like lupus is what Selena Gomez has, if you guys don't know. Yeah, but then I was like, wait, I don't think it's that serious because I've never like had like food issues or like
Any other
any other thing. It's just like probably my immune system is bad. So I just thought it was like my my own cells like attacking my own cells. So it became like it just bruised up easily and it never got away. Even until today, it's still there and like it's still something that I'm insecure about, but I just don't speak about it. And that's why I always wear like knee-high heels or like or like long pants because I don't like the bruising on my legs especially.
And also, I think another way to overcome it is to surround yourself with people who are supportive of you and don't focus on those insecurities when they're around you as well. I think that's important.
That is very important.
Yeah, you wanna? Should I read the next question?
Sure.
Sure, you mind passing me the pillow? Kind of like me.
Don't want.
Please.
Don't want. Don't want.
Okay.
I think
Okay. So
Okay, next question. What do we have?
song recommendation. Oh wait, by @IzzyDollar. Song recommendations to help with self-love. I go first, I go first. You guys think?
Okay, go.
Okay, go for it. Go for it.
Impikan.
Hey, I have another one too. Brani.
Okay, I have one, but it's not dollar song.
It's okay. Go for it. No, we didn't. Yeah.
Scars to Your Beautiful
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one.
by Alicia Cara, is it?
Wait,
Kejap eh?
Hey. Whoa.
Okay.
Alicia Cara, right?
I think so.
That's a good song.
How does it go?
Scars.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so
I think mine would be Survivors by Selena Gomez.
wow.
Yeah.
Oh, Who Says by Selena Gomez not bad too.
Oh, who says? Very motivational.
I think a song by Demi Lovato is good too, but I don't remember what's the
Confident?
Yeah. I think I don't remember.
And what's that song by Rosé?
She has a lot.
Gone?
Huh?
It's one of Rosé's songs.
What?
There's
All
Yeah,
My
Gone.
Love.
Gone, right? Is it that one? What's the other song from Rosé?
Don't ask me.
I lupa.
On the ground.
On the ground.
On the ground.
Oh,
On the ground.
That's the one.
Love that song. It's a good song.
You know
You
or
just
not?
said you don't know.
On the ground.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's
the
a
only part I
very
know.
sub song actually.
Is it?
Like,
No,
yeah.
it is.
Really? I don't know anymore actually what's your song anymore.
Yeah, it's okay
But
lah,
enough about
never
songs.
mind.
Yeah,
Okay.
self-love. Yeah. Those songs.
Those
and
are our
also
recommendations.
a BTS song.
Alright.
What's the title? It's like very self-love song.
Nyanyi sikit.
Don't know, but I just know there is this BTS song that always talks about.
I mean, they always talk about self.
Yeah. So anything BTS lah. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. I got a question. So, do you guys think that songs help you with self-love?
Yeah,
Of
definitely.
course.
Absolutely.
When I listened to Brani, that period, that Brani era that we did, right? It really made me like. No, it made me like
is
sad.
that?
It's like how to say? It's like really sad and like, but at the same time I'm like, oh,
But happy.
yeah, I'm like sad, but I'm thinking about okay, this can go to a happy stage in life kind of thing.
Happy place.
Yeah.
Because I got my girls.
Actually,
Yeah.
I think Brani, even though I don't know, it's one of those songs that when I hear it, it reminds me of our Dollar Showcase and all our moments together.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really
Exactly,
does.
that
It
was
really
the time,
does.
man.
So,
That was the time. Good times.
Yes.
That was
good moment for it.
Unlike you guys.
Good times
Scars to
lah.
Your Beautiful.
Okay. Next question.
You want to read this one?
Okay, the next question is also related to self-love.
Okay.
What's the worst you've ever felt about yourself and ways to overcome it? By
Okay.
Movies.
Maybe Shah should start this one.
Shah should start this
The
one.
worst you've ever felt about yourself.
The worst. I think during MCO, I think like people can relate to this because we stayed at home like all the time, and then the only thing that we can do is like eat. Yeah. So at that time I gained quite a lot.
And sleep.
Yeah, and sleep. So yeah, I feel like at my lowest back then. But then I grew up stronger.
Yes.
Berani, you know what I'm saying?
Berani.
Yeah.
But how did you overcome it?
My family, idolers, they always at that time idolers, there are some idolers that messaged me, said that it's okay, you got me and stuff like that. So I
Oh,
think
that's so
really-
sweet. You know what I think about that sometimes? I'm like, if we didn't debut in MCO, what would we do during MCO?
Yeah,
Do you ever think about that? Because we had so many, I mean,
So much
compared to
time.
other people, I feel like we had so many things to do because we actually came out as a group in MCO. So we had interviews to keep us busy, even though it was still kind of sad.
Back to Shasha's answer though, I feel like watching from another person's perspective of her life is like true of what she went through, because I've watched her grow in these like 3 years, and she used to speak about like things that don't really make her feel comfortable and stuff, but now she's really comfortable and confident, and she's like, she grew a lot by hanging out with her family.
She's a mature gal.
Yeah, she hang out with her family a lot more now. Yeah. She's a much more loving person now. Last time she's a little bit more closed off.
She was a boop.
I think
What's up?
that's why.
She was a toot. Did that.
Whoa.
I
No,
think
she's a lovely girl.
Yeah, okay. I think thank you. I think it's very important. Like, if you feel down or depressed, right? It's very important to have like people that always support you. To
Yes.
yeah lah.
How about you guys? What
What's,
lowest one? Worst?
Worst thing you've ever felt about yourself?
Probably when I was 16, somewhere around that time, for some reason, I thought I wasn't a good singer.
Oh.
Like, I don't know. Maybe I was going through some hormonal times.
So you just
But
woke
at
up
that
and then
time,
you're just
like because my career was like, we were getting somewhere where I was like, I want to sign with a label and do something more with singing. But at the time, I didn't see a way out or a way to get myself out there. So at the time, it was like, oh, I'm in this still water thing going on, and like nothing's moving. It felt pretty bad, because I was like, am I just like, you did start to question yourself. You're like, am I not good enough for this? Like, am I even gonna make it as an artist if I try hard enough? Yeah, so that was pretty bad, because singing is like all like kind of understood from a young age. So, but I mean, again, just like what Shasha said, like people around you and like everyone's still kind of giving you hope and motivation to chase your dreams. I think that's important. Yeah. The worst you ever felt about
the worst
yourself.
Fourth time she's ever asked, what's the question again?
Yeah. Because I'm
Worst
listening
you've
to all of it. I
ever-
was like, wow.
Worst you've ever felt about yourself.
Oh, okay.
And
I
ways to
remember.
overcome
Okay,
it.
Okay, go.
Ways to overcome it. Okay, so the time I didn't feel like the worst, but I feel like this was the time I felt the most underappreciated, and I was a child. Okay? I was like standard 5, like 10 years
so
old.
angry.
I was very much into sports, so I love being under the sun. I was running, I was swimming,
Yeah.
and that made me have like very, very tan skin, like my skin terbakar vibes, okay? And my face was like
I know this photo. I know this photo.
Such a
And
pre-debut
Yeah,
Bronzer.
and then my hair was
Legend.
like my hair was
Iconic.
short, and obviously I was so young, makeup was not a thing, and my skin was not great as well. But I realized like all my friends at the time, they were like guys like them, okay? And no one was all the guys just wanted to be my friend. No one wanted to be like, you want to be you want to be my Valentine? And nobody asked me to be their Valentine, guys.
Alamak.
At that age, you know, because that time we pass surat like, can you be my Valentine? Right? No one was asking me to be their freaking Valentine. Man, I didn't get one.
Now you now you have like 100K people want to give you Valentine's.
Oh,
That's right,
guys.
that's right.
But honestly, now I love having like my tan skin, and I don't mind even getting tanner. And like the way I overcome it is honestly, as you grow older, you learn to appreciate things about yourself. So don't be too hard on yourself.
You
as
have
well.
beautiful skin tone.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you,
True
girl.
though.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
you do.
Now I love it.
You have
a lot.
anything to say to your guys that didn't ask you out for Valentine's Day?
Who? When?
What's your name again?
Standard what? Sekolah mana? Sorry.
Sabrina. Do you remember me?
Sabrina Rusli.
Yeah. Sabrina Rusli.
I bet you they're texting you right now. They're like Sabrina, I hope you remember me from Standard.
Do you remember
Standard
when we
5?
used to be
I only remember you cried in class. It's all love, guys.
Okay, shall we move on to the next
Wait,
question?
I
You share about
Oh,
yeah, I guess
yeah.
sorry.
So back in when I was back when I was 13 years old, right? I had like a problem with my studies. I couldn't focus on my studies because I was just like playful in school.
active kid.
Yeah, an active kid, and I just couldn't do good in studies. So I moved out. I decided to make that decision and move out of my own home and go to
Whoa.
went to another state
Oh yeah.
That's a big move, man.
Yeah, that's a big move.
at 14, and then I was like, and some more it's like a new school, and it's like strangers, you know, like imagine you have to move to a new school and like nobody.
Get to know
Yeah,
new
get to know
people.
everyone, and like being an introvert, I just don't like that, and so I just,
True.
I was in the toilet every lunch hour,
Oh,
and I
no.
wouldn't eat, and then
Because it was weird for you to like hang out with. the
yeah,
people
and
you didn't know.
nobody like invited me, like nobody welcomed me.
Hey,
So I just didn't like that, and then I just
Why you
and
do
at
that?
the same time I had eczema as well, very bad one on
Really?
my whole face here, around here, and
Oh,
I had
I
like
didn't know you had eczema.
yeah, I had acne and all that. So I would always go to the nurse and would always spend time with the nurse and talk to the nurse because she helped me a lot.
God bless.
She's like the only person in that whole school that like kind of like comforted me and understood.
Shout out
Where
nurse.
I was at.
God bless.
Out nurse.
Yeah.
Maybe you should meet the nurse now.
Yes.
Right, she can be invited as a guest.
Yeah.
Thank you
Yes.
for taking care of our angel.
Thank you very much.
So yeah,
Now Angel's a beautiful girl.
Yes.
Beautiful butterfly.
how I
I
overcome
mean,
it.
still, she was back then too, but you know.
Yeah.
Now your friends that didn't sit with you, they can see you on the billboard. Begitu.
True that.
Okay. So shall we move on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, we shall.
A question from @peace_mind. How do you differentiate between real love and fake love? I love myself, but it doesn't really feel genuine.
Okay. So in terms of loving yourself, is that what it means?
Yeah, I guess so. Like, how do you know you're not just keeping up an act to fool yourself? I guess?
Oh wow.
Oh,
It's a
that's
little
a
bit deep.
tough
Okay,
question.
hold on. I cannot think because my kaki is kebas. So you guys go first.
Same.
I'm like really trying to like.
Wait, can we have like water? Can we have our little juice?
What am I saying? Ah, yes.
Fake love,
Yes.
real love.
Right. Okay.
What does that mean? You love yourself. What she's trying to
You know,
say, he loves
sometimes
himself, but he's
people
giving
try
himself
to-
fake love?
Yeah. I think maybe he thinks that he's trying to treat himself right,
Oh,
but he
okay.
doesn't know whether
His body
really,
accepts it or
Yeah,
not.
he really embraces himself or not.
Oh wow.
Okay.
I think I've done that before. Like giving myself something that I think I want, but then when I get it, I don't really feel like, oh,
You're like, wait a minute.
yeah, this is not what I want, or this is what do I even want? Like I get confused of like my direction and things of my how I feel.
I think to differentiate between fake love and real love, right? If it's fake love, you will feel like very forceful like that to do something, you know. If it's real, it will like macam come straight from your heart, I would say.
Tapi, how do you feel that about yourself?
I mean,
Like, how do you feel that about yourself? How do you feel fake love for yourself?
yeah lah, when something fake that I don't like to do, right? I will feel like very forced to do like that.
Faham?
Faham? Oh, get it?
Yeah. Or if it's real love, I will macam from heart, I will just like rela hati
Willing to
it.
do
Yeah.
it. Agree.
Okay, but who here is a believer that fake love can eventually become real love?
Me. Fake love.
Because I feel like love, fake love, self-love, I mean self-love in general is such a journey that you don't just do one thing and then expect everything to be amazing and complete and whatever. You have to keep finding yourself. That's a whole part of growing and you being human, you know. You have to keep figuring it out what makes you happy in life and stuff. So it's a journey. So don't feel demotivated when you do something and you feel macam
feel ingenuine.
yeah, like what? I don't feel the love, you
Yeah.
know, which is fine as long as the effort is there to be better and to do better for yourself. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, I think because it's the same with the effort thing. You have to really like convince yourself almost and put in the effort to always try for yourself, to love yourself. Then you'll eventually get there. Yeah, right on.
Next question.
Next question.
How should we reduce screen time?
So phone screen time.
By my VXCZSF.
Are we qualified to answer this question? I'm pretty sure we're on
Wait,
our phones like
check
24/7.
your, okay.
Wait, oh, do we have screen time stuff?
Does TV count as screen time?
Yeah,
No,
you don't watch TV.
Yes, anything technology counts as screen time. Your crime documentaries count as screen time.
I think
Oh my
think
god,
what-
my screen
what
time
can
is 7
help-
hours, guys.
I feel like what can help is
Oh my god, I think mine's really
find a
high.
hobby.
Yeah.
A hobby that you like.
That
And it
doesn't involve screens.
Yeah, that doesn't involve. It doesn't have to be. It doesn't have to be sports if you're not a sports person. There's other things you can do in life, like you can go tufting.
Tufting.
3 hours of your day, and that's 3 hours you're not
But
on
the
your
thing
phone.
is,
What?
my hobby is listening to music, you know. But then I have to go to screen to listen to music. Oh.
Oh, you know the Walkman.
Walkman, love.
Maybe you
CD
can-
player.
It's okay to just
Radio.
to just look
Vinyl.
at the screen to play your song is
No money.
fine. But then when you are listening to your song, instead of scrolling through whatever, you do lah sapu rumah ke,
Go
you
to a
wash
cute
your
cafe.
plate or what, you know, play with your cat or your dog, you know, simple stuff like that.
True. Take a moment of your day to go and do something without your
right.
phone.
Read a book.
Go camping and leave your phone.
Fishing.
Fly a kite.
Do yoga.
Collect stamps.
Okay, okay.
Do puzzle. Puzzle take a lot of time.
Oh yeah.
Glow in the dark puzzle.
Yeah. So extra.
Okay, next question, Angie.
What should we do to not lose hope in ourselves? By Horns.
Wow.
By horns.
What should we do to not lose hope in ourselves?
For me, I think it's to have a purpose in life. I think that's important.
Wow. So what's your purpose in life?
My purpose in life is essentially to have a career that I'm happy with, which I'm very happy with right now, and of course to to just be happy in general in whatever I do in life, whether it's career or family or whatever it is. So just know, for me, I just know that I want to achieve that, and I cannot let anything get in the way of that. And I'll try to do my best to get it too. So that way, I feel like it's bigger than me, it's bigger than myself. So
Sure.
yeah, if it also involves other people, I think that also gives me more motivation to not
True.
give up.
For me, maybe don't put like a very big hope on something in your. Not saying like don't put.
Expectation.
Don't put hope in yourself.
Expectation.
No, yeah.
Expectations.
Expectation. Yeah. The lower the expectation, the better.
Right on.
I think for me, it's like if I have this goal, I will always remember that goal first. And then on the way to that goal, if I lose hope in myself, I will go back to that goal and think and remind myself, why did I think that goal was possible in the first place? You know, like if you had that idea in mind, you would obviously make sure that it's possible for you to achieve, not just think it and then not let it happen, you know?
So basically, you would never think it if you didn't know you could achieve
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So that way, I would not lose too much hope. Even though on the way, obviously, you will get demotivated sometimes
Yeah.
and you will lose hope. But
It's part of it.
yeah, I will make sure that I will only think and do something that I know I can achieve.
The only way is up.
Okay, and for me, of course, retweet what you guys just said, but also to understand that you are human and that humans make mistakes and that it's okay sometimes to not do 110% and be 110 all the time. You know, sometimes we have moments where we're just like, you know, we're down and that's okay. That's okay. We gotta
We have,
accept.
she has it. I have it. They have
Everyone
it.
has it, you know, and you're not going through it alone as well. We have other people going through the same kind of sad phase of their life or something. But as long as you believe there's something better for you, coming for you in the future, I think that's where I get my hope.
True.
Yeah.
Next question.
Next question.
Next question.
Are we still doing questions?
Yeah.
are we?
There's one more.
There's one more.
Okay. Why? Okay. From @they_c_desi. Why is it so difficult to communicate sometimes?
Okay, why is she asking?
This is the last question, guys.
Communicate with?
Ourselves or
It was a general
With the world.
statement, but I suppose between.
Because maybe
One
in
another.
primary school I got C for BM. That's why it's difficult. No, but
why is
difficult to
is so-
communicate.
why is it so difficult to communicate with Sabronzo, guys? Why?
Different wavelength, I would say.
Yeah.
Different.
Okay. Yeah.
Hers is like this.
Yeah, I was like this.
Oh
Yeah,
Oh
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, that's the answer. Sometimes it's like that with the person that you're trying to communicate with. And it might not just work overnight.
Wait,
Sometimes.
question. How does this involve self-love?
Yeah, but I think this person is asking in a manner of a relationship.
Is it?
With you can't like how do you miscommunicate with yourself?
I want something else. My heart.
I'm thinking
Yeah.
about this.
That is true. That is
Oh,
true.
okay.
That is a thing.
Brain said something else.
Maybe we're
heart-
looking
Yeah,
too deep
maybe.
into it. But maybe
No,
we're looking too
maybe
deep into
that's
it.
the thing. Like when you are doing something, but your
Bipolar,
mind
is it?
thinks that you want to do something else.
Okay, so we're interpreting the question.
Yeah, there's no
In a
specific.
self-love way.
Yeah.
I don't know if this is answering your question there, but this is how we're gonna take it. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
go say what you gotta
Yeah,
say.
I have nothing.
Yeah, when you are, when you're doing something and you're that's what your heart wants, but that's not what your mind knows that it should do.
I'm confused by that statement.
It's like your mind,
Yeah,
and
like
your heart.
like
It's not
like by book.
yo.
No, like by-
Tabi,
by book.
This concept very simple. It's not simple.
by
it's
by the
complicated.
written book.
Yeah, by the written book. Sorry.
Yeah, you are being taught to do stuff like that, but that's not what you want to do. Never mind. Let's
Why
skip
you
this
rebellious
question.
like that? Is it?
Yeah, I'm rebellious like that. Ay. Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, guys. So how do you guys keep up with negativity?
Like, how do you avoid negativity?
How
or
do you
cope
keep up with it? Yeah, cope with it
cope with negativity?
in your life, in yourself.
I never get any.
Are you
No, you're not.
joking?
Okay,
That's me.
go on,
Okay, I
continue,
don't get
continue.
any.
How do we cope? I cope by going for like massages.
She does.
Yeah, she does. She always asks me.
She does cope.
Always, okay?
Every time
Every time
she's
I have
feeling a
free
little
time.
negative, she massages it out.
Because
Yeah,
massages.
She always forces.
Yes,
Yeah.
because it feels good, guys. And
I just
during
sit
that
there and
time, I forget everything.
Is it when the Thai lady just goes crook?
Yep. Like that, you know?
Hey, back to the question
Okay, okay, sorry.
How do you guys cope with negativity? I have to think about this one.
Fight it with positivity. Yes.
Yes.
Whenever you get something negative, you just try and look at it from the most positive possible angle, and you try to motivate yourself.
For me, it's like whenever I'm feeling negative about myself or a certain situation that happened, I cry because that's I'm an emotional person and that's how I deal with some things. And whenever I cry, I let it out. Then I'm done with it, and then the next day, it will go back. Like I will have my mind straight again, and then I can think
She
straight.
will be reborn.
Yeah, and then I will think about like,
She
okay,
resorted.
what's my motive before this, like before I started crying and all that, to like regain myself and not be distracted,
Sometimes you can get caught up in a moment.
Yeah,
And
you-
think everything is negative,
Yeah, once you think of one negative thing, then it will start like listing out the full things that's negative, So
So how to deal with it basically is try to whatever negative situation you are in, whether it is a physical situation or a mental situation, try your best to extract yourself from that situation. Go and divert your attention to something else and clear your mind.
Massage it out.
Massage
cry
it out, cry it out,
Yeah.
sing it out, whatever you want to do. Sleep it
Sing
out
it out.
also can.
Dance it
And
out.
most of the time, after you are done doing that, you
talk
will
about
come out of
vomit
it feeling slightly better. And that is a normal process, guys.
Yes. Okay, next question. Or next discussion.
Why do you love yourself?
Why do we love ourselves?
Because if you don't, then no one else will. Because if you put yourself first, then you are able to put other people first.
That's the first step to everything, guys. You gotta self-love before you can love someone else, before you can love the things you do
Yeah.
and everything, because it all comes back to you.
Yeah.
And because there's only one me in this world.
Exactly.
If other people out there can find and see reasons to love you, you can find it in yourself to love yourself too. That's why. And your life and your presence is very precious. So never take that for granted. Okay? Just enjoy. You only have one life. Try to make the best out of it.
YOLO.
Be kind to people.
It's
YOLO,
her
guys.
motto.
YOLO.
YOLO.
No one is you, and that is your power.
Jay, we're just jutting out quotes now.
Hey, let's believe in yourself. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah lah.
Good.
Time for you to ask lah.
Okay, guys.
No, serious.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Hungry lah. Wait.
Hold on.
Lamanya.
Okay.
Can you put the SpongeBob?
What? Okay. You know,
2 hours later.
People. This topic itself is about self-love, right?
Okay.
And now I feel like more and more people, and it's becoming more of a norm to, get any kind of modifications or whatever. And honestly, it's what do you guys think about that?
Understand? Like plastic surgery. And
Yes, of body modification, because it's very a taboo thing to do in Malaysia per se.
I feel like
Do you guys
there's
have
a
any
few. I
opinions
feel
on
like there's
that?
a few point of views. One of it is like you do it for self-love, you know, and then there's the other one that's like if you love
it for
yourself,
others.
why would you change something about yourself? I feel like that's
Because
the
there's
two-
always like two sides of this
Yeah,
discussion.
yeah,
So I'm very curious to see
exactly.
where do you guys stand on that, or what's your guys' view?
I think there's no objection in that. Like, if you are comfortable doing that, then do you. Because, like, at the end of the day, if you feel pretty about yourself, I will feel pretty about you too. So it's like,
It's a confidence thing.
yeah, it's a confidence thing. So, like, at the end of the day, it's still self-love. Because if you decide to do that, it's self-love for you. So, good for you on that, you know?
Basically, what you're saying is never do it for other people.
Yeah.
If it's gonna make you happy,
That is true.
then do that. And if anyone
No,
else,
but then
has
again,
anything
if that person does like modifications to their face, and it's because other people like it about them, and then they feel happy because other people like it about them, then it could be a thing too. It's like,
yeah, but essentially, they
still
want it
lah.
because but essentially that makes them happy, right?
yeah, still for
So if it is something that makes you happy to see other people happy, or if that's what you feel, then go for it.
True.
That
As
is
long
your
as you don't
true love.
regret anything.
Yes.
What is your opinion on it?
My opinion about it is honestly, just do you. If you want to do it. If you can cope with whatever your insecurities are without it, then good for you too. Yeah, no judgments here. We love it all. We all come in different shapes, forms, and sizes,
I agree with
and everyone just has their own little spark about them. So all is well.
Yeah, I believe in everything in moderation, because I know that there's also things such as addictions to these things. Yeah, that's a thing. And I think if you practice anything in moderation and it's for yourself and it's not extreme until it's maybe risking your health or risking your well-being, that kind of thing, I think it's all good.
True.
Yeah.
I agree. So should we cap it with the last thing?
Yeah.
All right, so I guess on this whole topic of self-love and self-image, how do you guys plan for yourselves to improve on from here for you guys individual?
Shasha?
Sasha again ah. Right. I have to think first. Huh?
Yeah.
Come on,
I have to
Sha.
think first. You go first.
Okay. Self-love and how I'm going to improve that. I think for me personally, just to maybe put less pressure on myself, because I'm always expecting perfection for some reason. So I just really think that I need that work-life balance in my life. I'm a very, very work person, so I need to love myself a little bit, go to aesthetic cafes, eat a lot of dessert,
Agree.
enjoy life,
Surround yourself with loved ones.
good people.
Agree.
For me, I would say just enjoy the moment lah. Because sometimes I overthink a lot as well about my studies, about my work. So I think I should just enjoy the moment as long as I can. And yeah, just
Moving
love what
forward
I
lah.
have now.
Yeah.
Understand.
That's
But
good.
that is a good point because sometimes it's very hard for you to realize that you are too coped up in
Yeah,
these
that's so
situations. But I think the first step is realization. If you can catch yourself being too in a rut or whatever, I think that is the first step to improvement.
True.
To do better. or
Happens to
whatever.
everyone though.
It
so.
does happen to everyone. For me, I feel like how I'm going to move forward in terms of improving myself. Right now, my number one priority is definitely health. So I think that's part of my 2023.
Let's
Girl, what is
go.
this fly doing here? Damn. So part of my 2023.
Trying to find out your resolution.
I know, Sabo, shoot. Yeah, it's definitely probably hitting the gym, getting my nutrients on point,
Yes.
and
That's
just be
work.
healthier. I think everything will fall into place.
Same for me, we tweet on that. But also for me, it's like do more things for myself because I tend to do a lot of things for other people, but I tend to neglect my own needs and wants and what I need for myself. So I think that's what I'm going to do moving forward.
Put you first.
Put you
Do what you
first.
I'm gonna put me first. You know that meme? Can we that meme in?
I gotta put me first.
Okay, anyway, so
All right.
That wraps up, I think, this session of
Look.
Hope you guys enjoyed this little podcast / discussion
talk.
with us. And yeah, anything?
Look forward to more.
yeah,
More coming.
look at that.
Look at what?
Huh?
Self-love, guys.
Where?
Look at that.
Oh.
Oh,
Look at this.
Oh, look at that.
Look at that.
Wow. Bye. See you guys next episode.